me, before I set that up, let me set up questions also so I can keep up. All right. We're going to go in the order what we have it here, or are we going to go to music, sports, home, entertainment, random?
You know what? You know, me and TJ were
like
talking.
that.
Me and TJ were talking before
Yeah.
you came. You want to open up with Kendrick Lamar performing at Rogers Center, or no? Yeah?
We can chat the chat if you guys want to chat the chat.
Okay.
We can chat the chat. That's still music, so it don't matter.
Okay, then let's start with music. Let's start with music. So after that, we'll go with music.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Chat.
All good, TJ?
Been good. That's what
All
this
right.
is all about.
Welcome to episode 7 of We All We Got. As usual, I got my boy DJ H2O in the house.
Yeah.
We got TJ behind the scenes on the ones and twos.
DJ TJ.
DJ TJ. I hope everybody had a splendid and wonderful and safe week. And we're here to supplement you with some podcasting, some topics.
Stuff you guys can engage and talk to on your own also, and stuff you probably are talking about. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But first off, before we get into the topic, we got to address the wardrobe.
Yes, the swag.
That's what I'm saying.
So if you guys are interested,
We are almost like other podcasts now.
yeah, we're almost.
We got merchandise, somewhat of merchandise. We got merchandise for us.
We're just a step above.
But there will be ways you can get, you know what I'm saying? You join us as an audience member,
That's right.
you will find yourself possibly with a shirt.
Sure.
We got some other stuff on the way
We got
planned.
some stuff on the way. We got some stuff planned. But summer season is in. We know, fellas, you want to show those. What do you call them again? Those guns.
Yeah.
He doesn't have.
Or you know, the
these guns
pipe
right
cleaners.
here.
The pipe cleaners. That's what we do over here. It's okay.
Or if you want to get like a nice small or medium and let those pecs just like chest up, chest right. I can't do it, but you know, in a few years I will be able to.
The Terry Crews things, you know what I mean? We also got extra medium for all of you people out there who need that.
That's right. So put in your order. Let us know what you want.
Hit us up, you know how to do it. DM, if you know, got our number, you know, hit us up straight, whatever. Also, we got some cards that'll be coming your way too.
That's right.
Where, easy access to us.
That's right, because at the end of the day, we all we got. Right?
Yeah.
So we're going to spread this around, spread the love, spread the swag, spread the gear, and let's get right into it.
All right.
So, what's on the docket this week? What was in current events? What do we got?
Well, as you guys said, we're going to throw one that wasn't lined up to be spoken about, but we'll put it out there because, you know, everyone's still talking about it. Yeah. To me, it was hype in the moment, but now, like, let's kind of move on, but, you know, media is probably slow, so they need to keep harping on.
I think after this...
The Drake and Kendrick, supposedly, or just Kendrick being here in the concert and the reaction of the crowd.
That's right.
And also Mr. Jagmeet Singh, him being there and stuff like that, what that entailed.
Yeah, so I think after this, it's officially nail in the coffin to this beef, whatever you want to call it, this back and forth between the two. To me, it was over months ago, right? But I think after Kendrick Lamar's performance at the Rogers Center last week, and the reception, the unexpected reception that he got from the Canadian/Toronto fans, I think we can actually put this to bed now. Kendrick, you got it. If you want to say the Kendrick fans, if you want to say Kendrick won, this is official, so what? Me personally, I don't care. I think this is all good for music in general.
Straight up, that's how we should be looking at the end of it. I know there's some people who take it serious and really hate Drake or really hate Kendrick, where hate is a strong thing. I don't know how you can really hate someone that you don't know. You may dislike maybe the music or whatever, that image of them or whatever, which is cool. Everyone's to their own. But, okay, so I'll get to the concert itself and stuff like that. Didn't watch it, didn't see it. I know that in the end, tickets got real cheap. So that's, or at least much cheaper than what they were going for.
I didn't know that. Okay.
So, because I got a cousin that went. Shout out to him. You'll see him. He'll be on the podcast one day. He's going to be our financial man. You know what I mean? He's dealing with that stuff. But anyways, that's outside of it. So I hit him up. I'm all like, how you gonna go to a concert? How you gonna enjoy a song that's dissing you? How all these people here enjoying a song that's dissing you? I know there's people that are gonna be like, oh, it's not dissing us. It's not dissing us. But who is the they?
It's good.
They're not like us. Who is they?
That's right.
Now, if you didn't use this song in the battle to Drake, and the song just came out on its own, not at that time, then I can see you can be like, yeah, you mean today, as in hip hop crowd. You know, if you're not hip hop, you're not like us, and all that. But we already know when it came out what the talk was, and when they're saying they mean majority. I think they're talking about Black Canadians, but I think they're in general just saying Canada too. They're not like us. You're not. Doesn't matter what you do. You're not like us. So you want to stand and sing and praise and ask for encore and all that. Like that was a little extra, I think, doing the encore. And I think that was just to like rub it into Drake's face or something like that. That, hey, yeah, look, we don't like you, blah, blah, blah. But you let another man come to the city and disrespect one of your artists. Whether you like them or not, cool. But the encore part,
that was too much.
I think that was just being extra because I know you people don't, like, the song's cool and all that. But I mean, you're asking for encore now. I can understand if it happened in the summer last year when it was kicking, yeah. But now that's just being a little extra with it.
I agree.
So, but again, you are able to like who you want. Doesn't mean every person in the city has to be a Drake fan.
That's right.
There's people who are Kendrick fans. I even heard someone bring up like comments about, if Drake went to LA, do you like
same response?
Would it be the same response and stuff like that? Like he'd have his fans. But I don't know if they're going to be asking for encores on the song dissing. But you know what? It could work both ways because again, there could be people who maybe aren't Kendrick fans. Could be.
So the way that I look at it is, first of all, for people to understand the demographic of Toronto in general, Toronto is as you guys know, multicultural city, right? And when you bring in people from different cultures, you're gonna get a mixture of fans that just like music.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think what that concert, as far as what you saw from the concert goers, was a microcosm of how the general public is downtown. Everybody from black, white, young, old. They just want to be there for the love of music. I don't think they saw it as deep as real hip hop heads saw it, right? So I don't think we're going to go there, we're going to F ish up, we're going to run on stage, we're going to throw bottles, we're going to throw. I didn't anticipate that, to be honest with you. When I heard that he was going to come to Toronto, I wasn't forecasting or predicting or seeing people run up on stage and start some type of violence with Kendrick.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, to go on the Not Like Us song, I'll be honest with you, before the video came out, just listening to the song, I didn't picture it like it was a United States versus Canada thing, or LA versus Toronto thing. I honestly looked at it like a camp versus camp thing. Like when they said not like us, I was thinking, okay, they're talking about the OVO camp.
Yeah.
I didn't look as deep into it as, okay, they're dissing Canadians. That's the way I saw it. I don't know if anybody else interpreted it differently. Now, when I saw the video, right? Okay, then I kind of like, okay, I see the little nuances, the little digs against Canadians and Toronto fans specifically. But as far as people showing up and saying and supporting Kendrick and rapping to his songs, could he have done that somewhere else? Maybe not. For example, if there was a big arena, I'm just throwing out areas here. If there was a big arena in, let's say, Jane and Finch or Rexdale, whatever the case may be, right? And if there was a big arena there, right, that welcomed people to come in the mass, would he have gotten that type of support? Nah. I don't support.
I hear you saying someone might have tried something.
Someone might have tried something.
There would have been a small bad man might have tried to,
Right.
make their name for themselves,
That's right.
make a claim, get
That's
some
right.
clout, but they
Right.
would have done something maybe, yeah.
Now, obviously, the boroughs like don't have the capacity or the arena
Yeah, of course
support
not.
something. We all know that. But
Yeah, it'd have to be a
I'm just
small
saying
thing.
hypothetical. If he was able to perform that song and diss Canadians like that in a different part of the GTA, I don't think the reception would have been the same. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I saw a video of Top 5 also trying to break into the hotel where supposedly Kendrick was staying at. I mean, you kind of would have to expect that wherever he was staying there'd be extra security.
Obviously.
Right? So
Obviously.
Top 5, I don't think you're gonna get in there, period. But
I mean, maybe he knew that and let me just make it look like I'm getting there. I mean, he could be trying to get in there, right? But knowing he's not getting in there, he's like, all right, I'm gonna just go make the effort.
yeah.
But I mean, I don't know, that's a controversial topic, himself, with
Yeah.
the stuff that he does. Like, there's people that agree with some stuff, people don't, or you can agree with the solidarity, but the way
Yeah.
you go about of what you're doing to show your solidarity, that's a little different. But anyways,
Like I respect Top 5 and being loyal.
yeah,
In that aspect.
I'll give you that on
And
that.
he's standing on 10 toes, like, yo, you're dissing my boy.
Yeah, and that's
I'm
my
gonna make
that's
sure
my
that you
guy.
see me when you're coming to my town. So I respect
Yeah.
that. I get that. Nobody's endorsing violence here, but
No. Yeah,
if you're going to, and you could add on to it. If you're going to diss Canadians, all right, and you're gonna come and perform a song that particularly targets, again, for me now seeing the video and whatnot, that targets Canadians. I am disappointed that there was so much love. However, I'm not at the level where all those guys are idiots that went there.
No,
all those guys are fools. You guys are sellouts. I'm not at that level. People love music.
fun
People
to
like
say,
Kendrick.
it's fun. No, I know, but
But,
yeah, I don't really.
I'm not disappointed in the fans that went. More power to you. But the whole, like you said, one more time.
Yeah, and like you're telling me that's his best song. That's your favorite song out of all his songs. Because it sounds like that's the only song that you requested an encore for. That's why it looks kind of suspect. Like you just want to throw your own person under the bus because we don't like him. And it's like it seems cool, but it doesn't seem cool. It just makes the city kind of look more foolish. Like you don't support your own, and we already have that stain on us that we don't support our own.
And
right?
I think it was, to be honest with you, I think it was more of, and I hate to say it, but I think we were trying to copycat what he did in this pop-up concert in LA when they were saying one more time, and I think he ended up doing it like 3 or 4 times.
That's okay. I didn't even book that. Then
Yeah,
I said that.
when he did his pop-up concert, the fans were saying
But
one more time.
But that's the
one
thing.
more
I
time.
expected him to do the song 10 times in Compton, in his own city. Like
Sure.
I expect that.
Sure.
You don't expect it here, and that's not his best song. Maybe if people were to be like, "Yo, that's his best song ever," sure, I can give you that.
Yeah.
But people don't talk about that song as when you hear, what are Kendrick's best songs? I don't think I've heard that song be put up there as one of the best songs. So that's the only song you guys want to request.
Yeah. And part B
But
to
anyways.
part B to what you said, Jag.
Jagmeet?
Do you think he should have came out and apologized?
I don't think he should have been there in the first place. If you're political, because the thing is, this is your city. Maybe even if he's not the mayor of Toronto, whatever, it's still your city. You still live here. Right? It's your country, it's your province, it's whatever. You know there's someone beefing with one of your biggest moneymakers for your country. No one's saying you can't like Kendrick's music.
Yeah.
But you don't make it known like that, knowing that you're gonna want to go talk with Drake, or if Drake's in the city, if there's some event going on, you're gonna want to talk to him, take pictures with him. You're gonna do that now after a man came to this city and dissed him, like you know what I mean? Did all that. You went to the he just shouldn't have went to the concert. Done.
Do you think someone from that political background actually really knew it was that deep though? Like, do you think
He knows what's going on. He's young enough to know what's going on. There's people around him that know what's going on. They're not, we want to think that political people are dumb when it comes to like this stuff. They're not. The person themselves may not know anything, but they got people working for them. You don't think they got young people in their parties or somewhere underneath that's letting them know, hey, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
You shouldn't do this, or maybe they're not telling them what they should and shouldn't do. But they know, oh, you know who Drake is. All those political people, all the people in media. You're gonna know if he's beefing, if someone has an issue with him.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't think you should have popped out at the concert.
Okay. But,
And I know a lot of-
apologize.
The apology, I get, you see, if you consider yourself, I don't know if they're friends like that, because remember there was a post of it's showing that Drake was followed him. He put a tweet, he messaged him back like, but like, thank you, this is an honor, blah, blah, blah. I didn't check the dates to when he started following because Drake didn't respond back to that. The next thing you see is goof. All right?
Yeah.
So, in that aspect, if you're honored to be followed by this man, and then you're all dancing at the concert of a man, I don't know if you danced to the song,
I would hope.
but you went to the concert of a man beefing with this guy.
Yeah.
It's not gonna. It doesn't.
The optics,
It doesn't.
the
Yeah,
optics don't look good.
just stay out of it.
Got you. I got you.
Just stay out of it. I know some people went to see SZA because she canceled like twice in the city. So I get that. Like I said, battle-wise, yeah, he won, whatever it is. But the concert thing, it only got to that point because it got cheap late, and a lot of people went and bought it, like I said. And I think some people want to see SZA.
Yeah.
Because the last 2 times she was supposed to be here, she canceled and couldn't do it for whatever reason. So I think some people went to see her, like my sister said that. She went to go see because SZA canceled a couple of times or whatever. So, but
To wrap it up, we're gonna, first of all, the beef should be nailed in the coffin now, it should be dead. But
it's not
considering
going to be dead. They're still going to have their thing, but I get what you're saying. This portion here
should be done.
Yeah.
But do you think with all that transpired this week with the concert, should Drake just continue to not say nothing and just move on?
Just drop music, do your thing. You don't need to say anything. Who cares about other people being, everyone's going to make their comment. Everyone's going to try and live off of their comment that they put in there that 18 people liked.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And they're going to live off of that and feel like they're damaging someone's career now because they made this comment. No, just drop your music. It'll speak for itself. Your fans will still listen to your stuff. The casual fans will still listen to your stuff. Just make good music. And honestly, he might need to like get a little more serious. Not like, it's still this, and people have said it's the same young talk, the talk and all this stuff and the street talk kind of thing. And it's cool, but I want to hear some knowledge now. I want to hear what you've learned through your time and stuff like that. Now, I haven't bought a whole Drake album, so I'm pretty sure he does that on the albums. But single-wise, to tell me that you're changing or your sound is, or your music is growing, you need to drop a single like that, right? But anyways.
To be honest with you,
Big up to Drake's.
I have no idea what he does at this point. I'm gonna be honest with you. Music-wise, he's obviously a music juggernaut. So
Yeah.
he can't lose in that aspect.
No, I'm not saying he's gonna lose. I'm just saying
he won't lose. But I just don't know what he does at this point.
Like I said,
I think he should move.
You know what? Make music, drop artists, and different types of artists. Not all the same trap type singing, rapping artists, and bring some R&B artists out. That's all you do on your album. Bring R&B artists out. Bring out, even if you want to bring a country artist out, you dump into a whole category. Your face doesn't have to be all out there. They just know, hey, it's under the OVO label, country OVO.
Yep.
And
That's
there you go.
That's a good one. A good
And
one.
you start dropping them. This is weird now. You're like, okay, everyone's still staying here. All right, let me elevate
Time to
myself.
elevate. Gotcha.
Let me move on past this. Everyone can keep talking beef and, oh, Drake's done, Drake's finished.
Which he's not finishing.
And you keep going. Neither of them would be finished.
No.
Even if Drake had won the battle,
Yeah.
Kendrick wouldn't be done.
Yeah, I just know what he does from here, but he's not done.
No.
He'll still be making that money. All right. Keeping with music. Do you want to pick up the next one?
Yeah, let's see what are we doing here. We got, okay. I like this one here.
Which one's this one?
All right, so red carpet rollout. High school reunion.
Yeah. Or college or university,
Okay.
whichever one.
So at the age of, okay, so we're 50.
What?
You said, I don't know, it says high school reunion at the age of 50. That's what was put up in there.
At the age of 50.
So
We're not 50 now.
No,
When we
I'm
turn
saying that's
50.
when you're saying that's when we're 50 or the school you went to.
Negro only got a couple gray hairs. That's at 40.
All right, so when we're at 50,
When we're at 50.
When we're at 50, not the school.
Yeah, when we're
Okay.
at 50, yeah.
Okay, so when we're at 50, we do a high school reunion for our grade.
Yeah.
And all that stuff, okay? Everyone's gonna get a little introduction,
Red carpet rollout.
right?
Gold bars on the side.
What song are you rolling out to? I mean, you can roll out to Ludacris too. Roll out. But what song are you rolling out to when they say, from the class of, it is. Okay, you know what? I don't care.
I forgot what class. What class did we graduate again? What class was it?
We brought this
Class of what?
motherfucker millennial in. Class of 2000, baby.
Okay.
That's what we do. We brought this in.
The year that everything was supposed to end.
We were supposed to mash up. We weren't supposed to be here. And we said, no, we coming through strong.
Yeah.
But yeah, what is your rollout song? What is the song you coming down that red carpet to? The class of 2000.
Yeah.
Crispy Brown.
So I had to think about this one, but I like just the way that the tunes go, just the way that the beat flows. I gotta go with Amazing with Ye.
Okay, I don't know if I know that one. Is that an album cut?
No, it's a single.
It's a single?
It's amazing.
Oh. I gotta hear it again. It's not coming. It sounds. Oh,
you know that song.
Yeah. Oh, from 808s.
Yes.
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Yeah. I know you're talking about. Yeah.
The way that just
Yeah.
just to roll out. If you're coming out of a car, the music is playing.
Okay, I can
and
picture that.
There's people on the side, and you're rolling in nice and smooth.
Or when you come out, that first stop, that boom, it's amazing.
Trust me.
Oh.
The video to that was tough too. I like that.
Okay, it was the cartoonist. Was it a cartoonist?
No.
video? You didn't do that one? I know that was.
That was with what's his name there?
Who sang that track?
Yeah, and I forgot the guy's name, man.
Jeezy?
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a nice roll.
Yeah, more than you know, I didn't even think about it.
I'd come out in a red limo, like I promised you guys. Haven't seen that yet, right? Red limo, red shoes, red talk,
I
red
know
talks.
you're the red guy. I know.
And I'd have that blazing
What
out.
am I coming out to for high school?
Yeah. What are you coming out with? People are on the sides, got the speakers at the entry doors.
Yeah. You know me. There's too many.
You got someone opening up the door for you. Pick one. I'm surprised it's not no MJ song.
It's too easy.
No, I'm back.
Too easy. It's too easy. That's too easy. I can't go with MJ.
I know you're cooking out with that.
I can't go. I you know, anything that's an introduction that I need a song, anything that I would need a song to. I'm running through the MJ first, but I'm trying to avoid it for this one. I want to
Picture the setting.
I'd have to pick our era.
Okay.
I'd have to pick a song to our era, just to. Man, that's a hard one. It is really a hard one.
Go through an artist.
I'm trying.
Go through an artist.
See, what I probably would, or no, I don't know if it would be him. I definitely can't use him no more.
What? Who? What?
You know who I can't use. Well,
What?
I could if I want to be bold and step out to.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
If we're just
But I don't know what song I would use. That's the
we're just
thing.
talking about music, yo.
You know what?
Diddy, you're cooked. You're going to
No,
jail.
you know who I'm coming. You know who I'm coming out to? I might have to do a shine.
Okay.
I might have to.
You know
walk
what?
up to
You'll
a
get
shine.
points for that. I like that. Yep.
Instead of who wanna quit us?
But then
gosh.
but then with that type of song, you'd have to skank, like walk on the red carpet, like
Bruh.
to the beat.
Listen.
Like you just can't walk off beat. For that type of beat,
What? Listen,
you'd have to come up with the king too.
I'm coming with this.
You have to come up with the
Yo,
king.
it's
Tilted hat.
And I'm just styling it up.
Trust me, I can see you coming up with that.
You come off the top of the brain, yeah. You know, I'll have to run through more songs and figure out something, but off the head, just thinking about it right now, yeah, that would be, because you know, Bad Boy was my era. When they were in that high school time, that was my thing. So I'd have to be true to self. I have to be true to self.
And seeing,
But it's not the Puff Daddy, so that's all right. He's not on the track. You don't hear him. You only hear Shine and Barrington, so that's okay.
now it'd be extra hype seeing how we're gonna blow up at this podcast. If you can get Shine to actually come out and perform your entry.
Oh my gosh.
That would be wicked. We know
You
that
fly us out to Belize and we'll do a show from there for you, Shine.
we know that Shine's into politics now, but if you can spare some like 5-minute, 10-minute a day performance, you know what I mean? Come on and support my boy.
We can set it up live. We can set it up live.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't win. You can't win. Vote, you guys. Which one do you think would be the better entrance? Kanye's Amazing featuring Jay-Z.
Jay-Z, Jeezy.
Sorry, Jeezy.
You're right there, you lose. Just for that, you should lose.
But I got Kanye right.
All right. Yeah.
Or Shine's
Bad Boys.
There you go.
Honestly, I don't care which one you go with because, like I said, the Amazing, the intro, and then come out to that.
Can't lose.
Can't lose to that. You know what else? I was one song that did run through my head was Pharoah Monch. Simon Says, "Tan tan 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 tan
I forgot about
tan
that
tan
song.
tan 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 tan.
Yep.
And you walk up and everyone's like, "What? Get the fuck up!" You know what I'm saying? What?
That'd be wicked happen.
Anyways, there's plenty. You know me. There'll be plenty.
There's plenty to choose.
There's plenty.
There's plenty to choose.
All right.
All
What are we
right.
going to do next? What are we going to go to next? We're going to
Sports.
go to the land of sports.
This has been on my mind for a little bit too. And every year I'll be flipping through the channels when there's no ball and there's no baseball, there's no football. I'm
My
not
Canadians,
right?
tap into this one.
Now, maybe you guys, and I'm not going to put down any fans out there of this sport, but I need an explanation.
Caucasian culture.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Caucasian culture.
Hey,
Listen
Hold
up.
on a second. Before we go there, we were saying the same thing about golf till Tiger Woods stepped in.
But it's still Caucasian culture in golf.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Curling.
Not this one.
Curling, right? The one where you throw the rock.
The Rock.
Is that now, yes, it's a sport because I guess it's on TSN or Sportsnet, but
Yeah.
me personally, I don't consider it a sport. I don't get the athletic part of it. No disrespect to my curlers out there, if that's what you call them,
Curler, I assume.
or my curling people or demographic. But I never actually saw that as a sport. I don't get it. I don't get the interest. When there's something else to watch, I'd probably watch a cooking show instead. You know what I mean? I'll probably watch paper fly in the air from wind. I can't get into curling, so I need to know, is curling an actual sport or do you guys consider it more like a hobby or something to do when you're bored? What do you think?
Okay, tap into my Canadian white bag here. All right,
He
Jim.
insisted it's a white sport.
Listen up, Jim. When we get to crack a few beers, you know, we just want to sit back and we curl it up. That's what we do. We just take that rock. No, seriously though, honestly, I've heard that it's better to play it than to watch it. It's way fun. It's actually fun to play.
If you're putting money on it, then yes. I'm not endorsing
Anything you put money on will actually, I don't know if it make it fun. It might
It'll make
stress
it
you
fun.
a little more.
It'll make it
It'll make fun, but if you lose, it ain't that fun, right?
I don't have a gambling problem, but it'll be fun
It's fun until you lose,
until you lose facts.
right? But I heard it. I know what, my peoples. If you want to take us to bring us to curl and show us and give us the experience of being a curler or what it is to be like, we are here. You can invite us. You pay for everything too, you know what I mean? But I wouldn't mind trying curling. Is it a sport? You know what?
You're leaning towards no, bro.
No. The reason why.
If you have to think about it,
No, you have to think about it because we don't play it. We've never been in it. We don't know the aspects of it and what goes into it, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's some skill to it. It's not just you take and you dash it down. You gotta know when to release, you gotta let go. Sports doesn't necessarily always mean it has to be physical, right? Sports can be a mental thing too, right? Some people might feel, okay, it has to be physical, there has to be some type of physicality to it to be considered a sport. It doesn't have to be all physical, but it has to be a little bit to be considered that. Maybe. And there is a little bit physicalness. Regardless, you have to push the route, you have to move.
I ain't gonna lie.
There's a skill to it.
I ain't gonna lie. When I do catch a curling game, is it a game? I don't know what you'd call it. When
game.
I want to say when
Obviously,
you
it's
do
a
catch a curling
competition.
episode,
It's a
all right,
game.
when you do catch a curling competition, I feel as if those people that are doing the brushing, they're being more athletic than the person pushing the iron.
But that's
Like
part of the
that, that takes more effort. Like that brush.
It's part of the game.
Yeah,
but all they're doing is
that's
sliding.
more
I get it,
athletic
and there's dudes. But again, you know, you're sliding, so you got to know when to do it. Nothing. I don't know how heavy the rock is. Right?
That must be
You
heavy.
slide. I don't know. Your weight might depend on how hard you need to slide along the ice. Now, again, I don't know. I'm not gonna knock it in that aspect and be like, oh, it's this, it's that. I've never tried it and played. Maybe if I had played it, I could be like, no, it's not sport.
You know what
or
we should
it's just recreational or whatever it is.
We should invest some time and effort into actually going to a game or a competition. I feel weird calling it a game.
Like I said, if anyone out there is into curling,
That small fraction.
invite
of it.
us. Let us know where it is so we can come out and check it out ourselves.
Yeah.
If we can play, hey, that might even be just as good, or actually probably be better, because now you can understand if it is,
Yeah.
or you can get your own interpretation and feel like, okay, yeah, it is a sport, or you might still feel like it's not a sport, but it's fun as hell.
And listen, our demographic, we tapped into golf, right? Started making some moves there. Now, some of you may disagree what type of fence Tiger falls on. We still claim him, you know what I mean? We tapped into, what else?
Country music.
Country music,
Did a little
right?
of that.
We did that. So maybe this is a ground that we've been hesitant to tap into because to me it looks boring, it doesn't look entertaining. But maybe the ethnic culture can tap into curling and make it a sport of ours.
We might have to be that bridge, that link.
There you go.
It could be us. So, if you wanna reach out to us and get that bridge, we can bring the two worlds together. We're here for you.
I don't know about watching it consistently.
I never said it has to be consistent. That's
be-
why I said bring us out. Because maybe if you understand it, you play it, and
True.
you understand it,
That's true.
watching it will be much easier.
That's true. That's
Right?
true. Listen, when I hear those girls yelling, harder, harder, yo, you sure talking about curling? Yeah, when they're pushing the island, harder, harder. No, playing the wrong sport, ma'am. But
And they're holding sticks too.
yeah, they're only 6 on top of it, and they're on their knees. But we're gonna leave that to another time.
Oh, you know what?
We're just
Curling
gonna say
Listen, that's gonna have to be a whole
there's
nother episode.
there's certain connections that you can make from the
Curling
sport
and
getting busy.
the bedroom.
Just say, just say.
We've discovered it, folks.
Well, shout out to all the
All right.
curlers out there.
Next episode, we might have to dive deep. You know what? We're gonna have to dive deep in another episode. We'll go curling and
We'll get into it.
put the two together.
Facts.
Okay. Now, if you're playing a sport, you play your wife in sports. What sport can your wife beat you in? Or is it? If it's not the sport, is there something in the sport that she can beat you in?
So, as you know, me and my wife are very competitive. And I don't say that lightly.
Competitive
That's
is
putting it
light.
light. Like I'm talking
Lightly.
about, we're very competitive. Doesn't matter what it is. We're very
Listen, they
competitive.
could be on the same team.
True.
In the finals.
True.
Against each other.
True.
And they're not, oh, okay, we got it. It's both of us. We're on the same team. We won. No. One of us is walking out of it with it.
It's who did better
I'll
have that
split the
team.
pot. If this is poker and they're the last two playing,
Oh, it's a war.
normally you'd be like, all right, your husband and wife split the pot. We're going home with it. No. They're playing that out till the end. folks.
When me and Karen play anything that's competitive, it's basically Drake versus Kendrick. True
Straight
story.
up. Straight up.
Is there a sport? See, we've played sports against each other. We've played tennis. We've played, obviously, basketball.
Yeah.
We've played a little bit of baseball. You know what? I'd actually have to go with probably baseball. Karen is a very good baseball player.
Okay, shout out to off-screen Karen.
Shout out to Karen. You can play baseball. I'll give you that. But that's the only thing that I'm going to give you. I'll give you baseball. You can probably.
What is like all around in baseball, or is there a
She
certain
can, you know what,
aspect?
she can pitch, she can bat. True story. When I used to work at a company called KCI Medical, Melissa Hache If you're hearing this, you can attest to this. When I used to work at KCI,
Hit us up in the comments.
10
Let us know.
plus years ago, there was a company outing, and we were playing baseball. There was a company outing, we were playing baseball, and Karen was at bat, and my boss was the pitcher. Yo, Karen got up to bat, no word of a lie. Yo, the ball went straight to my boss. Luckily, he was quick enough to dive, but whoo! I think my job security would have been on the fence the next day. Karen almost took off the man's head, yo. And so at that point, I knew, okay, baseball, she got me. She got me. You got me on baseball, Karen. You almost took off my boss's head, can't compete. But baseball, I'll give that to her.
Now, looking at that aspect, I'm gonna take a little detour in the conversation here, where you said, oh, you thought maybe, oh, if he took, I'm gonna lose my job. Hey, you never know. He might have respected you even more, because he might have been like, yo, you got a wife that can hit a ball. Hey, damn, bro, that's great.
That's true.
You never know, but I get what you're saying.
Yo.
I don't know, personally, me, if I see someone and I know their significant other can play a sport or shows, that they don't fit the stereotype of what a wife or a woman should be.
Yeah. But at another spectrum, that can also be seen as very dangerous. Yo, if your wife is good with the bat,
that's what I'm saying.
Be on your P's and Q's.
I'm surprised your boss didn't call you in and being like, yo, I know you don't, you okay? Like, everything good at home?
You're gonna be another Tiger Woods 2.0. But
all right.
Gotta be careful.
I guess I gotta answer the question too. Right? Okay, so this is a little different. We'll be a little more personal with what we do. That's how I met the wife, was through sports, basketball.
Yep.
My uncle had a racquetball program. I was a coach in it, and he had her be a coach also. So that's how we met. So what I will give her, ball, I'll give her shooting. She'll probably beat me in the shooting. I'm not saying I'll get wins here and there, but to say that between the two, I'll give her shooting. Now, she hasn't in a while, so I might be able to get up on her right now.
You never know. What was the last time she played?
Probably before the kids.
Listen, shooters don't lose their touch.
Oh, no. I know.
Shooters don't lose their touch.
She'll have to get it back. That's what I'm saying. I'll be able to now maybe, until to get the groove.
Yeah.
But, yeah, she'll have that there, and, I'll give her that, and,
She ever cross you in basketball?
it may not be sport.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
You know what? The reason why she won't be able to cross me is because height-wise difference. I can give myself space where to cross.
That's not what I asked you, brother.
It is
That's not what I asked you, brother.
No, she hasn't crossed me because she doesn't need to cross me.
TJ, that's not what I asked her.
I said no.
Has she ever crossed you?
I said no. Not saying it couldn't happen, but at this point, no.
Jen, let me know if I should take this cap off and put it on his head.
He just mad because Karen almost took off his head. He knows Karen can take off his head.
Jen?
Yeah.
Tell the truth.
Maybe she did.
She did. That means she did, bro.
But we don't honestly, when we play, we don't really play one-on-one. We'll do shooting. That's why I'm saying, I'm not saying she probably couldn't. Back then. Now, hell no, none of that happened. I will fall on the ground.
You're sticking out the foot, eh?
I will fall on the ground and say, I tripped, something took me out. But no, I'll give her that. And shooting games. I suck at shooting games regardless. I know it's not sport, but shooting games where you got to shoot or target practice or arrow. Yeah, video games. I know it's not sports, but I'm just talking about things, just competition-wise.
Okay.
Right? Stuff like that, that's good. I'll give her that. Shooting stuff, yeah. Gunner. I'll give her that.
Damn. We
have
some dangerous wives, bro.
I said,
your wife can hold a 9mm?
So bow and arrow, it
Yikes.
don't matter.
Yo,
it don't matter.
We're in trouble, yo.
So I either got to step my game up or just be safe.
Okay.
Just make sure we have each other ready. 9-1, and we got to call for each other in case something happens.
Amen. Actually, I wanted to ask you, speaking of competition, who's the better poker player? Because you and Jen actually introduced me and Karen to poker way back when. But if I want to ask you on the spot, who is the better poker player? Because I'll tell you right now, and I've said this to you before, Jen, his wife, pisses me off when it comes to poker.
A lot of people, she does sometimes.
I can't, and she knows this too, I cannot stand playing Jen in poker. Cannot stand her. She always has my number. I can't do it. I don't know what it is when it comes to Jen, but I can't stand her when it comes to poker. But between you two, who's a better poker player, you or Jen?
I can't really say.
Don't be afraid, Joe. If it's you,
No, because again, with poker, see, I'm a situational person, right? So with poker, it depends on the hands and stuff. I think she might have a slight edge.
Mm-hmm. She has a crazy
At
poker
times,
face.
I think overall when we've played, she might have gone further than me.
Okay.
Staying on the table. There's times I've gone further than her, and there's times obviously I've gone further. I just can't remember all the times, but yeah.
See, Jen doesn't. When I've played with you, there's times when you may crack a smile.
Yeah.
Jen it's the same face from start to fucking to finish. So you can never read this girl, yo.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I'd probably honestly I think we're even, but I'll give her a slight edge with her betting and stuff like that. I can give her that. I can give her that one.
All right, Jen,
But
you're the poker player.
since we are talking poker, I gotta give a salute out to your brother, to our own boy Courtney. He's the one who taught me. That's how I learned.
That's how you learned from
That's
Court?
coming over there, the garage, they're always playing. And sometimes I'd come and I didn't know anything about poker. I knew about poker, but I didn't know how to play the Texas Hold'em style and all that stuff.
Okay.
So I'd come and sit, and instead of people telling me, I'd sit and you just ask. What do you don't recognize or you don't pick up on something, then you just ask. And then after, he'd tell me, he'd be like, all right, this is what you should do, or in this situation, this is what could happen, or I noticed this, or da-da-da-da-da. And then I'd pick up from there, and then that's how
You learned.
I learned. They'd come over every weekend. Some type of poker game or something. So everyone come and you play, and then that's when you start learning, okay, how to bluff or try and bluff, or okay, it's not always just, you have to have a good hand, or something you got to read, the table, okay, this person may not have a good hand, but I don't, but mine might be better than theirs, so I can get them off. And you learn little things, but yes, that's where I got it from.
Off topic, off camera. TJ, where did you learn to play poker? Do you mind indulging or letting us know? How did he learn? Betting 365, eh?
You got me onto that too? Yeah, yeah, that's how I did.
Did you ever play him?
Nah, it wasn't my game. My game was either dominoes.
You kept it safe.
Dominoes or
You knew that if you played Courtney, your money was gonna take in that pretty much.
nah. To be honest with you, like I didn't really see it. Like, all right, whatever. It's a betting game.
Okay.
My game was blackjack, dominoes, or Scopa, the Italian game.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've heard about that one.
Well, shout out to Court. You pass it on to DJ H2O. DJ H2O pass it on to me. So your legacy lives on through poker, brother.
You know what's funny? My kids are playing poker now.
There you go.
He's teaching her how to play poker now. But since we are talking about the wives, we will stick it with relationships.
Good segue.
And is getting along with your significant other's friends.
Whoa.
Is that how important is that? Well, okay, so we're rating it from 0 to 10. Obviously 0 being doesn't matter at all, I don't care about them, whatever, they don't matter to me, it's just that person. And 10 being, it's if I can't get along with them, then I don't even know, well, I don't want to say that relationship won't happen, but it could struggle, whatever. But 10 is very important to some people.
Okay, so 10 would be very important. 1 is not as important.
You don't care if the friends like you or not.
So usually, you see, when we come up with topics, we think about it prior to filming this, right? I honestly didn't think about this. Like I didn't have time. So this is completely random, top of the head. I'm gonna be candid and sensitive at the same time. It is important to know your significant other's friends.
Yes.
So I'll put it that way, right? So it's incumbent on you as, the person in a relationship, who is your best friend, right? Or if you're going out with somebody, okay, I know that you're with this person, I know that you're in good hands, right? And that aspect, yes, it's very important. So I would say it's important to know them. Is it important to garner a relationship with them on a friendly level? I don't see it at that. If you guys become friends and you guys are on a talkative or friendly level,
Yeah.
that's cool. But I don't look at it as I have to be this person's friend because they're my significant other's friends. If it's my wife's friend, then I have to be that person's friend. I don't see it like that.
Yeah.
Some people just don't get along. You know what I mean? And I'll be honest with you, I am not, me personally, I'm not good friends with pretty much any of my wife's friends. I know of them and they're good people, right? They're all good people. But I don't see it as one of those check off their box. I have to be their friend as well.
Okay, when you say, okay, that's what I was gonna get to too.
Yeah.
Where it's not necessarily friend, but I don't want to say tolerate because that makes it seem like you don't like the person. But you want to be able to have just get along. No issues necessarily. It doesn't mean friends like, okay, we're gonna talk on the phone, we're gonna text each other and like all that. But if you're gonna hang, if Karen's like, hey, I'm gonna hang out, or this person's coming over, to you it's just like, okay. Doesn't mean you guys are best friends. Doesn't mean you have to hang out, whatever. But you don't mind their presence, being around, because it's not an energy drainer. They're not maybe a negative. There probably are people like that, right? Yeah. Obviously, you're gonna let her know, like, hey, this is my feeling towards this person, blah blah blah. Now, some people will be like, you need to cut them off, also, or some people will be like, listen. Depending on the situation, if it was someone that they've known from childhood or whatever. Me personally, I'll be like, listen, you can hang out with them, you guys do whatever. I don't want to be around. Don't have them around me. Some people will be like, you can't be their friend. That's on you guys. You guys discuss that out for whatever reason, But to me, it's important, depending on how important that friend is to my wife.
Good point. Absolutely.
Or yes, to my wife, since I'm married.
So if it's your wife's best friend.
If it's my wife's best friend, I'll bring it to a point where I don't have no issue with you. What I hear about you isn't, obviously, I'm not gonna hear everything great all the time. Your best friends, you're gonna fight. But it's nothing to the point where it's disrespectful, you're rude. When you see me, you don't talk to me, you don't acknowledge me. Yeah. That's a different story. Right? That I'm not cutting. But if we acknowledge each other, you see me, we say hi, even if we hug or we don't hug, you dap, whatever it is, you acknowledge each other and you guys get along, that's good for me. Yeah. Right? If you can get along with my friends, whatever, doesn't mean you have to hang out with us. Yeah. But if you want to, you can. Yeah. That's cool. I think it needs to at least be to that point. If it's someone that your significant other sees every now and then. If it's a work coworker, different. I don't need to be friends with them. True. That's you. You go to work. If now you guys start doing stuff outside of work, that's a different story. I don't need to be their friend, but I want to know what's going on, just to know the kind of relationship you guys have or what it is, right? But if I had to give a number as an important to rate it, I will say it's a 6.
It's relatively high. That makes it if you're
because if it's gonna be if it's a long term,
then you're thinking about it. If it's a 6,
it's because we're talking about already like married. Okay, if you're dating, if you start dating someone, if you know you're gonna be with this person forever, and like, okay, I'm gonna propose, this is gonna be my girl, we're gonna marry, then I think it does. Then you need to figure out the friend zone. Gotcha. On who's a friend, who's a good friend, who you get along with, and all that. That's why, to me, it's kind of important, because if they're a person that has friends, goes out, likes to mingle and stuff, you don't want them to lose that edge. You don't want them to feel like lose that part of them. So you want to be able to be okay with their friends. You want to be able to be comfortable with who they are. You don't want them saying, oh, I'm going out with this person, Now you're home stressing, or you make it an issue before they go out. Now they have a bad time. They're not having like, you don't want your significant other having a bad. You want them when they leave the house to feel like I can go out and my partner's not worrying about me in that aspect, that I'm going to do stuff. They may worry as in something could happen to me, but that's anywhere.
Okay, I'm gonna touch upon that last example that you said,
Okay.
right? Okay, so say just like you said, they're going out with their friend. Now, you guys are married.
Yeah.
Right. This friend is single,
Yeah.
and they still have the going out and partying
Yeah,
atmosphere.
Yeah.
Do you still, as a married couple, do you still want that to continue?
Can't speak for Jen. I kind of know what she would think, maybe, but I can only speak for myself. I don't care.
Okay.
And when I say I don't care, meaning
So you
I'm
don't
not-
care, you don't care if the friend hasn't settled down mentally.
no, because my person has settled down. If I know my person is with me and they're not looking for someone that they're yeah, it has to be my significant other, what she's doing and how she's carrying herself
Yeah.
with that friend. This could be, she can tell me when we go out, she does this, I'm here. You're letting me know what goes on.
Yeah.
Why am I going to have an issue with you? I know people like to say a lot of times, "Oh, I trust my partner. It's the other people that I don't." Then your partner can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Or at least they can't go anywhere without you, because no matter where they go, even if it's people you know that they're around, you tell me something can't happen?
See,
It's on your partner to accept what's going, the advancements of others.
Yeah.
If you feel they're going to accept their advancements, that's when you're like, I don't want you going nowhere. But then why are you with them?
Yeah. See, and I think me and you've talked about this before.
Yeah.
I am not the clubby person now.
Yeah, nowadays, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
reaching
yeah.
that age where, like, the only time I actually go to a club is actually with Karen.
With her. Yeah.
Like, the last
Which makes
time
sense.
the last couple times I went to a club, the last few times was actually only with Karen. We had a good time. We had fun.
Yeah.
But it's now, I've seen other people, right, where you still have a single group of friends or females or males, whatever the case may be, and they're still in that atmosphere at the age of mid-40s, a couple people closing upon 50 next year in a couple of years, and they're still of that ilk where they're still going to these clubs and they're partying and they're drinking, like you're touching 50 almost. And then when you're asking a married person to continue on that lifestyle, you're kind of looking at it like, I'm not really into that anymore. You know what I mean? My single friends may be into it, but I'm not into it. Now they're looking at you as a married person, oh, you're selling us out for your husband or your wife, or the case may be. And it kind of makes now, I guess the mature person sitting back look bad. Because it's like now you're taking away your significant other from her friends who are still in that atmosphere. Does that make sense? So you don't want to, I understand what you're saying, you don't want to take your wife or your wife or your husband away from their original friends, their OGs, and the people that used to hang around with. But at some point, you're going to have to talk, I mean, I'm assuming, at some point you would have a conversation with your significant other saying, you know, we're almost 50 years old. You still want to do this?
Now,
You know what I mean?
that aspect, I don't care. I don't think age should stop you from partying.
Yeah.
Type of party you go to, that's where the age kicks in.
Like a Diddy party?
Now, if you're,
So I had to throw that in there. Nobody's going to no Diddy party. Whether you're 20, 30, 40, 50, don't go to Diddy party. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
party's party, you do what you want to do at your own parties. Okay?
That's debatable.
We can, hey, all I'm saying is I'm pretty sure it's a small portion of the room that's going.
Probably.
But anyways,
TJ, you going to a Diddy party? Is
wow, anyways, we're not talking about
that a
that.
yes? Yeah? Nah? Nah?
Anyways,
Go ahead.
anyways, fuck, what I was saying now.
So in that aspect, when it comes to like approaching 50,
Yes, the club thing, yes. Okay, so depends on the event you go to. Now, when we hold our big event next year,
yeah,
that's where if you're 40, if you're 50, if you're 60, 70,
yeah,
And we go younger, even if you're in your mature 30s, you can come on out and have a good time.
Exactly.
It's not a club. It won't be necessarily a club.
Yeah.
We're not going to do it in a club. We'll have a nice place, whatever it is. But if you're going to those type of things, like we said, if you're going to a sophisticated event, whatever it is, that's fine. You can party.
Brother, that was a perfect segue promo, bro. that was genius.
If you want to go.
That was genius.
Now, if you want to go to the club and you're 40, 50, you said you went with Karen, and it's just you two. You guys went. You had your good time. You maybe had your, maybe not a booth, but you had your spot where you guys chilled. You got your drink. That, like I said before, I've said it before. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Right. Now.
But to me, it's like what you just said about when we're holding our event next year. That's only like a one-off. Right?
Yeah. But at that age, you
I'm
should be going to one-offs. I don't like.
I'm talking about more consistently, like those friends that are going every friggin' weekend. Like every weekend.
Now,
yo, come on, we're going out this Friday. Yo,
yeah.
come on, like that's a little bit too much. When you're touching a certain age.
Maybe she should. Maybe now, I wouldn't want mine going every weekend.
There we go.
I can understand you going, every now and then. Maybe even if you went once a month, that's your me time.
Got you.
Cool. If they want to go with, cool. Now, are they encouraging you to talk to guys or allow guys to talk to you? And that's a different. Now, those friends, those are the ones you're gonna be like.
But how would you know though?
Because outside of that, when they talk, you can just hear what they say. You can hear how they speak. Certain things they say.
Yeah.
If you ask questions about a certain situation, how they would handle it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They might be like, yeah, I might have a boo. Yeah, I could be with my boo, but if I'm going to the club and man wants to buy me a drink, I'm taking it. That's what you gotta listen out for. Like, okay, so you're one of those. Okay, I know if my wife goes out with you, you might encourage her to. I know my wife's not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna worry that she's gonna fall to it because this person's doing it. But I don't want you bringing that type of energy. I don't want you bringing that dude around her because now that dude might get offended and be like, and I'll push up on my wife more and do something stupid. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that always will happen, but you gotta kind of think like that to be like, nah, I don't want to tell you not to have them as your friends. But they may need to drop in levels.
And that gives more credence and support to your original argument when you say it's a level 6 to get to know your significant other's friends. Because if you garner some type of communicable relationship with your significant other's friends, you kind of can get a feel as to how they are. Is this the type of woman or whoever that would lead my wife into a wrong situation? So in that aspect, yes, it is very good to know how your significant other's friends are in public or just in general conversation. So,
like I know she's got a friend. Last thing I want to say on it, I know she's got a friend that she doesn't hang out with her all the time now because of life. No beefs or nothing. It's just life. She's a wild girl herself, but she's probably the one that, if she said, "Come with me, let's go out to a club," I know Jen wouldn't do it, but if they would say, "Let's go to a party," or something like that, I would have no worry. Even though I know she's the kind of, she'll go pick up guys or whatever it is, because she wouldn't do that to her.
Yeah.
She would watch her back. She'd stop guys from picking her. She'd be like, nope, she's married.
yeah,
Those friends I don't mind.
gotcha.
Even though they still hang out and stuff, they know, listen, she's not a part of that life. She's here for me.
Yeah.
She's here to hang out with me.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do, so she's here for me,
Yeah.
not to be with you. Move yourself from here. Get it. Those are the friends. I don't mind those type of people.
So discuss, chat, people, followers. Is it cool? I should say, is it important to get along with your significant other's friends? Or as Akil, DJ H2O
Tolerate them, something.
Tolerate them. On a level from 1 to 10, is 1 being not really important, 10 being very important. Should you make an effort to get along with your significant other's friends? Discuss.
What time you got it?
6:20.
Oh shit. Okay.
We're good.
All
right,
let's
so
we're gonna go to
what do you got next?
entertainment. I wanna go to okay. quickly, since you already put your answer in here. I think you did. Oh, you gave an example. Okay, we'll go. All right. If there was a comedic version, comedic verses.
Yeah.
Sorry. If there were comedic verses.
Yeah.
Basically, what two would you have put together? Who are you putting against each other?
Okay.
I mean, example you gave was Cat versus Martin.
Yes.
That was
But-
actually a decent example.
Forgive me for forgetting this man's name, Lord of mercy. After he passed away a few years ago. God rest his soul. I forgot his name.
This guy went.
What's his name again?
What is
And he had the sitcom.
Talking about Reese Witherspoon.
No. Huh?
Reese Witherspoon.
No. The black comedian. What's his name again? Bernie Mac. My
Oh my God!
My bad.
How did you forget?
My bad.
Bernie
Listen, guys. I had 3 hours of sleep. I'm running on fumes. Forgive me, but I know who Bernie Mac is. So the reason why I bring up Bernie Mac. So my original answer to this. So this is a topic that I actually did think about prior to us filming. My original answer was Cat Williams versus the old school Martin. But ironically, when I woke up this morning, I actually saw an interview between Bernie Mac and Chris Rock. And you guys have to understand, Bernie Mac was a freaking comedic genius. When I saw him sitting back to a great, an icon like Chris Rock, and Chris Rock kind of he didn't look like he was in awe, but you can see the atmosphere, like he's like listening to every word he was saying. I've never seen Chris Rock almost take a back seat to another comedian, right?
Yeah.
And I was visualizing, I'm like, damn, Bernie Mac can really go up against anybody, to be honest with you. Like he can go joke for joke with the best of them. I'd even put him up there, forgive me, with the Eddie Murphys. That's me personally. Like he was funny, right? But Bernie Mac is an audible mention. But my original answer was Cat Williams versus the old school Martin. Now the Def Comedy Jam Martin, where he didn't give two craps about nothing. He dissed whoever is in the crowd. He doesn't care what you are wearing. He doesn't care if
celebrity,
you're
don't
white,
matter.
black, celebrity, poor, rich. He dissed the hell out of you. Who would win between Cat Williams and old school Martin? I know everybody's gonna say, yo, you gotta pick Martin, but Cat is funny, man.
When he gets to
Cat,
his stories,
when he gets into his bag and his real jokes, Cat is a funny dude.
that would be a good one.
It would be a good one. I would have to,
I think it'll go either way. Yeah.
no holds bar, I'm actually picking Cat in the verses.
I think it depends on what. I think if they start going in on the
At each
crowd,
other. Yeah.
Martin's got it.
Martin?
I think going at people, because Martin gives you those like jokes that are like really relatable. Like it's just simple. It's not like it's hard to explain.
I got
it's just
you,
like
I got you.
a simple thing you could be doing and he roast you on
Roast
that.
you.
It doesn't have to be something like extravagant for everyone to see. Like, oh, this guy, I don't know, tripped and fell and hit his head. And make a joke about that. It could just be something like, yo, why is this shirt so tight?
And the thing
That shirt's tight, man. And just go off on you and just something simple. I know Cat can do it too.
Yeah.
Right? But it's just the delivery of it. I think it'd be a little bit smoother with Martin. Because Cat's got that wild voice, you know. So
Is that who you had though?
between the two, I think they.
Are those your picks, your verses?
I don't even know who I picked for verses.
I'm surprised you didn't go with Eddie Murphy.
I like Eddie, but when it goes to stand up, obviously Delirious is number one for me. But I like Dion Cole.
Really?
You
You think he can hold his own?
number 2 favorite stand-up comedy.
Word?
I'll give it. He has Cold Hearted, bro. I say it died listening to like this, and it's just simple. It's simple everyday things that you do that you're like, oh, why is this man exposing me like this? You know what I mean? Like your same thing. Yo, that's special. When it comes to like, that's special. When it's like just the person themselves, I'll put him up there. I just don't know him like that or whatever, but shows, like he's funny on shows, he's like a stand-up. All the stand-ups I've seen of him, I like all of them.
Okay.
They're all good. But if you want to say, if someone to say, what are your top three, I can give you my top two, which is Delirious and Cold Hearted.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure there's probably a third one that can in and out. There's different ones, you like. I'm pretty sure it's probably a Chappelle one. That's probably my third, but.
All right, so who's winning between Dion and, I guess, Dion and?
What would be a fair competition for him?
Because he's not
Shit, I don't
really, he's
even
not really a
know.
mainstream comic.
Yeah. He has a center, but yeah, he's not looked at as like a Kevin Hart.
Right. Kevin Hart.
They're not putting him against Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart would win popularity-wise, but jokes-wise, I'm taking Dion.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you.
I've heard people say now like his stand-ups like they've gone.
Yeah.
Like the stand-ups and stuff, but I think he's more of a movie actor now. Like,
I hate to say it, and forgive me for all you Kevin Hart fans, but I see him like as a gimmick comic. I ain't gonna lie. Like
I see why you say that.
Like
because he's out there all the time.
He's out there. No offense to the short people, but he's short. I mean, that adds to the comedic level.
But I mean, hey, rock with it. He's making his money.
He's making his money. He's doing his
He
thing.
knows what he's doing. He does other. I'm pretty sure he does a lot of other stuff too.
Yeah.
We do know and we don't know. Yeah. But
would you put him at a Kings of Comedy type of level, or no?
As in overall comedians, or you mean like certain generation? In his time when he came out,
could he share the same stage if he came out the same time as the original Kings of Comedy? Can he share the same stage as them?
With his first his first stand-up and stuff? Yes.
You think so?
I think he could. That first one, yeah. When we're talking about his dad and what was it? With the faces and all the jokes in the classroom and cussing in class and that one, that was funny. Okay. Like I'll give him that for that one. If you're saying overall, like right now, would you put him up there? No, I wouldn't necessarily put him up there. I mean, yeah, if you're just sticking to jokes, I mean, some people might say they'll put him over DL. Like in the stand-up, within the movie itself. Because if you ask people, and you'll be like, oh, who like out of the four, like how would you rank it? It's Bernie and everyone else.
True.
To me, it was because Steve didn't really have a set. Yeah. He was the host. That's so right. He'll say his jokes when introducing someone else. Yeah. So I might even give him second, then Cedric, and then I'll go DL. Because DL started picking it up when he was going at the crowd a little bit.
I like Cedric. I like Cedric being entertaining.
Cedric, yeah, I like Cedric too. So that's why I say I'll put him, like him and Steve can interchange with that. Because Steve had some jokes like, when he was going about the old school music, girl, I love, shit, he kicking this thing down and all that part was funny. Yeah. That was funny. So I will put that up there. He was killing it with that. And when he had the man's jacket, he had the jacket, bling, bling, and he did all this stuff. Yeah, like, I give that, but.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What do we got for the next topic? You're gonna.
All right, we're gonna go since we're gonna hit up the random because we always got to do our randoms. You had two here.
You're the narrator. You introduce it better.
Yo, I like both of them. Okay, we'll go with the second one first because we've already responded to that one. So, okay, bear with us right here, folks. Listen in, take it in. It's a little bit of a little long one before we get to the question or whatever. Okay, so it's a game show.
That's right.
Okay? Your kids and wife are taken to an island safe and sound. But you're left alone in the house, and the rules are you can't leave for work, for any social activity, for no reason whatsoever, which is kind of weird. I don't know how I'm going to be able to keep my home if I'm not working, but okay.
You have people bringing you stuff.
But it's a game show, so if it's a game show, none of those game show people go to work, so that wouldn't even be a thing.
You have stuff supplied to you.
Okay, you can't leave.
Yeah.
You can't leave your home.
That's right.
Okay, so which of these three challenges are you taking? And you have to tell the family member why you chose this decision. Okay, so A, right? You either do you either go a month without your wife, and you get $10 million. So that means you have the kids in the home. B, you go 6 months without your kids. So it's you and the wife in the home. The kids have been taken to the island. Well, of course, obviously they're being taken care of. Or wherever they are, they're being taken care of. And you get $100 million. Or you can go a year without both, the wife and kids. They're gone off and you're all alone in the home. At the end of the year, you get $300 million.
Want to answer or you want to answer first?
You answer, bro.
All right. So, options once again. A month without your wife, you get 10 million. 6 months without your kids, you get 100 million. A year without both your wife and your kids.
Before, I'm going to throw in the wrench here because what you have to do, okay, when it's for B, there's no hanky-panky. There's no hanky-panky.
You get an asterisk there, right?
There's no hanky-panky.
All right.
The reason, because A and C, there's no hanky-panky either in those. Something has to be given up.
Okay, that's a good point.
So there you go.
All right, my bad.
Just to make it more interesting.
Okay, you're fine.
Obviously,
okay, cool. That makes sense.
I know what people will choose.
Okay, all right, cool.
But go ahead.
All right, so no hanky-panky. So, a month without your wife for 10 million.
Wife will slap you. I'm only worth 10 million?
Again, we know that Karen's good with the bat, so give me a
I might
second.
get shot. Bullet, bow and arrow, it don't matter, I can't run. So
6 months without your kids for 100 million. Whew!
this is where it gets interesting.
And 300 million without nobody. Karen, I'm sorry, yo. Yo, TJ, why are you covering your face? Why are you walking away, TJ? Yo!
Okay, so what's your answer?
I gotta go with A, brother. Gotta go with A.
Oh, you switched up. Okay.
Gotta go.
Okay.
I had to think about it. I had to think about it. I had to think about it still. And Karen, listen, for the wives out there, I'm pretty sure you guys would understand. Okay? Look at the options, man.
But I'm going to tell you right now why Karen would love that. Because she's by herself now.
Exactly. There you go. There you go.
So she might
there
be,
you go.
just for a month without you, oh man, she'll love it.
Now, I did say, when we were talking about this off camera,
Yeah,
I
you
did
were
say,
B.
I would go with B.
But I threw in that wrench.
Because you threw the wrench.
This guy's out. Oh, I'm just going to be bad all the
Well,
time.
since something's gone, I mean.
So, we got
So, my original answer was B because I said to you, I'd picture like summer camp. Right?
Yeah, no, I know.
An extended summer camp.
Yeah, the kids are
Whereas
gone.
the kids are gone for summer, but this time it's 6 months. And you're not paying for it. Instead, you're getting paid, right?
Mm-hmm.
But 10 million and it's only for a month. I'd have to go with A, yo. And I think the wife would understand. I mean, we got 10 million after that.
Hey, and you just got to invest properly.
There you go.
You can go with that.
There you go. There you go. But what
So
you
now,
got? What do you got?
all right, this is how we're gonna go. We over here, in this family here, we all about big things, big dollars. That's what we go for.
Which
right?
it should be. Go ahead.
Already, and like you said, you have to let them know. Already discussed it with the wife. I didn't even tell her my answer first. I asked her the question first.
Yeah.
And she said C.
She said C.
She also said C. So I done said yes.
So what's C again?
I by myself in the home. She and the kids are gone to the island
For how long?
for a year, having the time of their life, doing whatever it is that happiness that brings them.
But when do you think reality would sit in for you?
You know what? You know what? You know why I think I could do it? Because I was an only child. Yes, I have a brother and sister, but we grew up separate.
Okay.
Kind of thing, right?
Yep.
So I was an only child. I got a great imagination.
Okay.
I'm not a child no more, but I got a great imagination.
For a year?
I will bring up my people. Remember, mind you, there will be I'll watch stuff for a year.
For a year though? At some
Dude,
point, you can't leave. You cannot leave.
That's fine. As I said, I'm in my home. As long as I'm being fed, because there has to be food, you have to feed someone. So food's being brought to me, or I can make it myself, or whatever. Maybe I can order, right? Because I can't leave. So food's covered. watch watch TV or whatever it is. If they say, hey, you get one source. If they say all you can watch is Netflix, fine. All you can watch is Tubi, even better. Tubi, right? That's fine. I will deal with that.
Yeah.
It's a year. We all sit and think, oh, that's a long time. Dude, 6 months have passed already. 6 months has already passed.
When do you-
I get it. You might think, but you gotta mentally prepare yourself. Remember, at the end, this is only a year. This is not, you don't know when it's gonna happen. This is not a let's see how long you can go. Right? This is, you go a year. You gotta plan yourself. Even before that year, you gotta start doing little things and figuring out things.
But I gotta ask you, at what point would, you say you can do it, but at what month do you think it will actually start to sink in?
Oh, I'm losing my mind from the beginning. I'm
Okay.
not trying to lose my mind later on. I'm
Okay.
preparing myself to where, like how you did the summer camp, how you said that's how you pictured it. I'd have to picture something like that. Like, oh, I'm just away on work. Or I'm just gone for this. I am away on work. I'm on work for 300 mil. That's what's gonna, at the end of the day, that's what's gonna, I might be, oh God, I missed them. Da, da, da. But after the year, when I get a 300 mil, we could do whatever the hell we want.
That's true.
We will think. And now, the reason why I can go with that one, why I wouldn't go with A, it's only 10 mil. Yes, I know it's a month, but I gotta be stuck with the kids. I love my kids. That's cool. I love them and all. But you know what? She might snap or go crazy because she don't know what I'm doing with them. I might be doing stuff and having all doing stuff like, yo, are they this? Are they doing that? Is he making sure this is he making sure that? Is he just letting them do whatever they want? You know what I mean?
I got you.
And for 10 mil, like I said, 10 mil, you can work something.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean
It's not 300 mil.
I mean, yeah, like you can still live, like you don't have to have a job. You can take a mil, invest it in something. You still have 9 mil. You can get a home somewhere that's, you know, for a mil, even if you want, or even cheaper. Go somewhere where it's cheap, and you still get all this money to play with. That's cool, but that's no fun, right? That's the easy one. 6 months now. Now, mind you, that's cool. You're with your significant other. Even if you were allowed to fornicate and all and do that stuff, right? Because whatever.
No, you can't leave.
No, I know you can't leave, but you're in the house together, so you can fornicate. You can have sex. I'm saying, even if you're allowed that, I'm still not choosing it because depending on how old your kids are, you're not seeing them grow. That's 6 months of them grow. They're going to change. Unless they're grown people, well, who cares? They're adults. They don't live home anyway, so it doesn't matter. But if they're the age they are now, whatever age your kids
It'd
are,
be hard, man.
6 months without them and they're growing, that they
hard.
change within a month. They change. Sometimes a week, your child.
That's
can change.
right.
So 6 months without them change. Neither one of us is seeing the change.
That's hard. That's hard.
I can't do that.
That's
I
hard.
need to see that.
Yeah.
Or at least one of us, so we know what's going on with them in their mind and what's happening. So I couldn't do that one, even though it's 100 mil.
Do you think your kids would, if you explained to them, so you explained it to your wife, but would the ages that your kids are right now, would they understand daddy's doing this for 300 million? Hell yes, we can go away. Do you think they'd understand?
Because you cater to them and tell them, what's that toy you wanted? I can get you 5 of those. What's that thing you wanted? I can get you all of that. You just got to miss daddy for a year.
And they will understand that concept of you're gone for a year.
I'm not saying maybe at some point they might break down. It might but that's what I'm saying. The wife will be there to take care. That's why I couldn't do B. I couldn't do B at all.
Got you.
I can't have someone else, even though they're taking care, I can't have someone else try and comfort my child. I need my wife or me to comfort my child.
Okay.
Right? So that's why I couldn't go with that. And I explained to the kids, like, you have mommy. Right? Now I know we can't video chat because you whatever. If we can
No
video,
communication.
there's no communication. Okay,
No,
so I can't
there's
communicate.
there's zero
All right,
communication.
so that's fine.
Yeah. It's hard, bro.
It will be hard, but in my mind,
Yeah.
I know they're with my wife.
Yeah, they're with your wife, they're in a safe place.
So
They're
we're good. Anything happens, she will
Yeah.
it take care of.
Yep.
Any growth and changes, she will get me up to speed with everything, and she documents. So I will have pictures and videos when when we meet up after the year to see what's going on and all of that stuff. Because even when you're with your children, work takes you away from them. You miss this event, you miss it. They video it, you see it. It's the same thing. It's just combined now. It's just all together that you're missing stuff. Now when it comes out, after that year, what are you missing? You have $300 million. What the hell are you missing in your child's life? You're not missing a damn thing in your child's life
anymore. You can make a whole bunch
anymore.
of more wonderful memories.
How much investing? You can take $100 million and invest, and you still have $200 million to yourself.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So looking at that aspect, once the year is up, your life, your kids' life, your grandkids,
you're coasting.
Boom, you're there for them for the rest of, and remember, they're young. This isn't them grown that you're giving this. They're young.
I mean, if they were older, the decision would be way more
it's
easy.
not gonna be an issue, obviously.
You're 19 or 20, bye.
They don't even want to be around you. You'd have to switch it. They gotta be with you for them to make money. That'll be the torture.
At that point, there should be adults, and they should be, I don't want to be around dad or mom.
Exactly.
Just when you get that money, just make sure you give me some pay for my college tuition. That's all I care about.
All right, give us the next one, and we can end off the last random.
All right, give you the last random?
Yeah.
Okay, so the last random is, okay. Now, this used to be your girl back in the day before you were married. Don't pretend like it wasn't. Don't tell me, you know it was. You know it was.
I will tell you what it, I
know
never
it
said
was.
that was my girl. I said.
It was your wife.
No.
It was your books.
I will take that. I will change my name if I have to be in all them dollars. Okay? Right. But I didn't say she's my woman.
All right.
But go ahead.
All right, so this last one, this random is, you enter into a relationship with Oprah 15 years ago. Not the current Oprah. The Oprah that was, not a big difference, but the Oprah that was 15 years ago. And on your first date.
How old is Oprah now?
She's touching 70.
Okay, that's fine. She's in the 20s. All right.
First date, you go on a first date with her and you ask her if she believes in abortions. Her answer is no. You ask her if she wants to get married. She says yes. So she doesn't want kids, but she does want to get married. Would you intentionally trap Oprah by impregnating her and then bounce just to receive alimony and child support? Or are you sticking it through? Now, a lot of you may say that second part is very evil. It's very wrong. Until you're in that situation.
Wait, what second part? Isn't the second part staying? You said the first thing you said was leaving.
Sorry, the first part.
Yes,
you're right. My apologies.
Yes.
So a lot of you may say the first part to the answer was evil, about getting the alimony, getting the child support, and then bouncing.
Even though there's a lot of women who do that.
Yeah. Well, that's a good point. Right? I don't want you to touch upon that. Now you're going to touch upon that. Right?
All right.
Now, until you're in that situation, got to think, what would you do? So, you want my answer first? You don't want to answer first?
I'll answer. I'll go first.
Go ahead.
I'm
sticking it through?
So you're saying Oprah's already big time? Because if she's in her 20s, if she's coming up.
50 years ago, Oprah was already billion. Was she billion?
I don't know. No.
She was rich.
In her 20s? No, because she.
No, 15 years ago. Right now, she's
15.
15.
Oh, sorry. I think you said 50.
No, 15.
Sorry, 15. Okay.
So she's.
I'm sticking around. I'll make more money sticking around.
And she wants it every night, but she doesn't want to have kids.
I'm sticking around.
Yo,
the
minute I said she wants it every night, DJ show was like.
No, because I'm thinking, how are you going to do that? Then you're not making any. Well, I was thinking you were not making any more money because.
Oh, she makes money.
But I forgot she has her companies and all that stuff.
She wakes up and makes money.
She doesn't have to do that. So okay, whatever you want, if that's what you want.
She doesn't want kids.
You just don't want kids.
She just doesn't want kids. That's it.
Okay, that's fine. I'll be Stedman. That's what she does now. That's what Stedman is now.
Okay.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
But your thing was she doesn't believe in abortion, so that means she will have, if somehow she ended up pregnant, she's gonna have the baby.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, I might have to drop one in her just for security. I might have to.
You drop one in her.
I might have to.
Okay.
I would, and just see how serious she is as a person. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah.
Okay.
I gotta secure that bag. Like they all say, hey man, women do it. Women do it too.
Okay, so your final answer is? Your final answer is you impregnate her and you bounce?
I'm not bouncing.
Okay, so you're...
I will impregnate her and I will stay.
Okay.
Because I will make mad money. I'll still be making money while I'm with her. And I can make on top of that because I'm with her. Remember, when you leave now, that's all you get. Whatever you get monthly, that's it. But if you stay with them, you can get that monthly and more because you're with them. That's your person.
Yeah.
She's gonna take care of you. She's gonna do all that. But you leave now, okay. Lord, Oprah got lawyers, eh? Well, how do you know she ain't gonna get some lawyer that works it out to where you probably are getting nothing out of it?
Yeah.
It's the kid, but it's going into a bank account, and the only time you can get access is because you gotta get this, and you need to have proof that you need to buy this, or you buy it and you have to show a receipt at the end that all the money went to this, and then anything that's off. Oprah's not just allowing someone to impregnate her and be like, oh, okay, so I'm gonna pay you monthly, and no, it's not the regular hood type of knock-up that we see. Where you just want child support money and all that stuff. Yeah. You're gonna get the money, but it's gonna get to a way where you're not living off of me.
Let me ask you something. Do you respect Stedman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I can't not respect him in a sense.
By the way, sorry, just to let you viewers know who don't know the dynamic. So Stedman has been a forever
Oprah's significant
other for donkey odd amount of years.
As long as we probably know
Oprah. Long time.
Probably before we knew Oprah.
Yeah. So
But-
Stedman is her man from donkey odd years. I don't know.
I don't think they've ever been. I don't think they're married. That's the whole thing.
They're not
That's
married.
I
They've
don't
never
think
been
they
married.
are.
They don't have kids. None of that. So that's who Stedman is. So when we reference Stedman, that's who he is in reality. Who he is to Oprah.
And I give Stedman props because there's a lot of dudes who have egos that'll be like, I don't want to be no spot. I don't want people talking about me like this. I don't want people looking at me like this.
That's my point.
Or I gotta be out there and this that. But again, smart. Remember, Stedman is not a.
So what's he doing?
He's not a celebrity anyway.
So what's he doing?
He's only known because he loves her probably. We keep thinking, I don't know when they started dating. I don't know when he came into her life. He could have been around her, knowing her college days or whatever, before she blew up. She could have known, they could have been friends or know each other and this and that. And then later on, they get together.
So you respect Stedman, but let me explain it. So she has no kids with him. That's probably her decision, right?
Could
she
be his too.
Okay, cool. She doesn't want to get married. Again, that's probably probably her. We're just for the sake of argument, let's just say these are her.
I'll tell you something
Let's
about
just say
that, but
these
go
are her
ahead.
decisions, right? Let's just say these are her decisions. Well, it's too late now for them to have kids. So let's just throw that out of the bag. They can still get married, but for whatever reason, they're not married. Do you look at Stedman and say, well, damn, is he really sticking around because he loves her, or he's insecure that he can't get a bag on his own?
Okay, at this point, you see.
Because we don't know what he does.
What I don't want to do is because what we love to do is resort to a negative thought. I'm not saying you necessarily, but just how it seems like I realize we've kind of been trained with how society is. That see how we brought that up? It was, and it became like a negative thing. Like, oh, he's only with her now because she doesn't want to do all this. Then that means he's only with her for the money. But we don't know anything.
That's a
about
fact.
that.
We don't know.
We don't know if he's okay. Well, maybe it is Oprah who doesn't, but he clearly went along with it or agreed with it. So some part of him, after all these years, maybe he doesn't want kids. Maybe he has his own kids. We don't know what he was doing before Oprah. He may have kids.
We don't know what he's doing now.
You don't know anything about it. This is why I respect him even more. He was able to keep himself with all this paparazzi that go around. I'm pretty sure Stedman goes places. He has to do something. You don't see anything. You don't hear anything.
Nothing from him.
He doesn't come out and say, he's not being all in his ego and like, oh my God, no one knows about me. He's Oprah. I shouldn't be known as Oprah's boyfriend or Oprah's. I'm Stedman. They should know me. It should be Stedman and Oprah or Oprah and Stedman, not Oprah and her significant other or her partner Stedman. I gotta give him again. He's probably from a different. I can't even say that because men in all generations have fucking big old egos where they don't want to be behind a woman, and that's why I gotta respect him too. He's behind a woman. Even in a time where women weren't looked at as up here, or if they made it up here, they're looked at bad, or men don't like that because, oh, who's this female that's coming up or whatever. Oprah wasn't eye candy, right?
Was she? Or you saying she was or she is?
No, Oprah was.
Oh, by the way, Oprah
When she came out, I'm saying, when I say eye candy, to how TV, media, society looks at what an eye candy is. Oprah's not that.
Yeah.
We know that. If I was in Hollywood, I'm not gonna be eye candy.
Listen,
or whatever.
Oprah's been on that Ozempic lately. She ain't look that bad. Ain't look that bad. Just saying.
But Oprah's had her time, right? She's gone up, she's gone down the way, and Oprah looks good. That's good for you. I'm just saying. He didn't worry about all that. He stayed around. He played his role.
So there you go.
And that's what you need, especially with celebrities, and you dating, and you're not a celebrity yourself. There's gotta be roles. You gotta know. Listen. Don't think because you get into this now, oh, don't worry, she'll change later because she loves me. Yeah. This will be different. Oh, she'll want to have kids later, or she'll want to do this later because this is me. That's your ego talking. Because you think, oh, these men can't get her to change her mind, but I will be the man to do it. No. You got to be comfortable with that. We don't know what he wanted to do with his life. She could have funded everything he's doing, and all she says was,
stick around.
Not even stick around. Don't talk, don't do interviews, don't talk to people, don't paparazzis around, just go about your business, And he's probably like, okay.
Yeah. Phew. Again, I might be the villain
You're
here.
shooting up the club and dipping, dog. I know that's what you're doing.
I might have to be the evil villain here. Listen. I would have to just do the deed and then leave. You know what I mean? Do the deed and then leave. The reason being is because I don't want people thinking that there's a gray area. Why am I with her? Why am I not with her? Ray. Is he there for the money only? I just want it to be nice and simple. Listen, I want kids. She don't want kids. I also don't want to be in the background and be like, okay, I don't have a voice of my own. Whereas if I take the kids, dip, and get a little bit of money on the side, I can start my own thing. The kids will be okay. Not saying the kids won't be okay on her side either, but I just want to be I don't want to be that Stedman. Some people may think differently, right? I don't want to be.
That's fine.
That's fair, right?
That's fair.
I don't want to be in the background with my mouth shut and just taking orders from her PR assistant.
Like I said, we don't know.
We don't know how it is,
but I get what you're saying.
I would rather create my own lane.
Yeah.
Right? Have my kids, and my kids are nice and good, without us always have to be on the P's and Q's of what we have to say, and we have to be quiet. And I don't want to be under that leaf.
But you know what? Maybe he doesn't. Like, we're just talking because of outsiders, whatever. But really looking into it, he might not be it might not be that. Don't talk this. I was just saying maybe whatever.
We don't know. We don't know. Right.
But it could just naturally be like he just may be fine with the whole situation.
True.
Like we were speaking on, like we were saying 15 years ago, so she's popular. Like I said, I don't know. I know we can look it up or whatever, but I don't know when they started. So he may not be necessarily there for the money. Even if he's sticking now, I don't know. They could have major issues. They could have been broken up, but for media and all that, they don't want to show. But I don't know why that would matter. We didn't look at you like that. Yeah. So it doesn't matter if you guys were to break up or what. But I truly believe he's getting whatever it is he wants outside of just loving each other. Because you gotta have love for that person to stick around this long. Even if you're getting money or whatever it is, there's got to be some, because at a certain point, that means you don't love yourself.
True. That's true.
If you're staying that long. And you don't, and
then you're not
just there.
You're not going to ring, there's no
you're
kids,
not doing
there's no
nothing,
nothing.
yeah, and you're just there.
You're just there.
Well, because there's money, I'm getting money.
Yeah. But every man is
I'm
different.
hoping, I hope for her sake that there's love still there between the two of them.
Oh, I would hope so. I would think so.
I think so.
I mean, like I said, they're an old school couple, so you would rather automatically think on the side that there is genuine love between the two.
Yeah,
All right.
I would.
This one is going to wrap up short, unfortunately, but we had a good episode.
Yeah, no,
Any shout outs last that you want to give out to?
no polls, no surveys right now, but keep checking. We'll have some. We'll come up with something, put it up. Keep checking out the Instagram. We see people engaging. Thank you, but it doesn't matter if it's 1, 2, 3 people, 1,000 people, whatever it is. We thank everyone that has shown support right now.
We just want to build this community, that's all.
Trust me, it will not go unnoticed.
Amen.
Like we do. We're going to shout out, obviously, to Mr. G's Auto Care. You need that car service taken care of. You know where to go. Teach, you got anyone you want to shout out? Let us know.
Everybody that supports us.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
All Denival production, sports, media, there's all of them. Check it out.
Yes.
Look it up if you need any type of service.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, we all we got.
That is all we can do, and that's all we get. And we
out.
out. La, la.
All right, G's.
Easy,